If you want to learn how to change oil on a 5th generation Toyota RAV4, then stay tuned. This video is for you. I just finished creating a video on how to change the oil on the rear differential and the transfer case on a 5th generation RAV4. On this one right behind me, this is a 2021 LE model. And I thought, since I've got it up, I might as well jump in and change the oil as well and create another video while I'm doing it. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do right now. Let's just go ahead and jump right in. As I mentioned, I just finished shooting a video on how to change the oil on the rear differential and the transfer case. I'll post a link to that video in the description below. But I do talk about the jack points, and you can see right now as we're getting ready to change the oil, I already have this jacked up and I'm using 4 stands, as you can see right here. You really don't need the 4 stands. You really only just need to get the front end of the car up. Again, I only have it like this because I just finished that previous video. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move to the front of the vehicle here. There is an access panel to get to the oil pan, which I already removed. You can see I have a little utility light here, and I actually removed the whole bottom panel here as well. Now I did this because it made it a lot easier to get to the transfer case. Now you do not need to remove the whole bottom panel, just the access panel. And the access panel looks something like this right here. I already have it again. I already have it off, and it's here to the side. And it's held on just by these 4 bolts you see right here. Now you can use a Phillips head to get that off, or I think it's 10 mil, which I have right here. When you get the access panel off, it'll expose the oil pan, which you see right here. And the drain plug for our oil is right here. It's the bolt that we're going to take off. Now, whoever changed this before, you can see that they used a nylon crush washer here, and it's cracked in a couple of places. It's right here where my finger is, and there's another crack here, and there's one on the back side. So when I took this off, it was just a little wet in here, and I'm sure it might have been caused because of that. So we're going to go ahead, take the bolt off, and get our oil draining. And real quick, right next to it here is the oil filter. I'll put links below in the description just to let you know what kind of filter I'm using. I'm using the OEM filter from Toyota, which you can also get at just a lot of places. AutoZone, O'Reilly's, all of that. This right here is a 14 mil. While the oil is draining, I'm going to go ahead and take the filter off. All right. I want to show you the filter real quick. This is it. There was something really interesting about this that I wasn't expecting. It had a plastic cover on the top, and this O-ring, already has oil on it. Now that's pretty cool. I don't know, I'm guessing that's a Toyota thing. If it doesn't though, you can just take, just dip your finger into some fresh oil and just run it around this O-ring before you seat it. First thing I'm going to do is just clean this up. I just want to be sure that the mounting surface is good and it's ready for our new filter. When you're screwing this down, once it starts to make contact, that's right about here for me. Now I want to push this to about another 3/4 of a turn, and you can just kind of keep an eye on where the filter is. So as you turn this around, just get it close to 3/4. You'll know if you did a full turn, it's probably a little too much. It's just going to make it tighter to get that filter off the next time around. But, again, I don't mind grabbing a wrench, and if I've just got to edge it just a little bit, I'm okay with that. But I'm going to see what I can do with my hand right here. And again, just make sure it's snug. Some people will say, never use a wrench on it when you're putting it back on, which is fine. I think it just depends on how strong you are and how hard you want, how hard you can really turn it. But if you feel like your hand strength just isn't quite there, then feel free to give it a little extra twist. I'm going to show you what a new crush washer looks like. Now, this is straight from a Toyota dealership. I actually just went down there and grabbed one. You can get these online. And, you know, if you're doing your own oil change, it doesn't hurt to have a handful of these just in your toolbox. And we've got our plug right here. So you're just going to slip that on. And this is how it should look. This is the old crush washer that we took off, okay? So this one, you can see the cracks right there. Yeah, I don't know who put this on. You know, I'm guessing it was just an oil shop somewhere. So let's go ahead and get this seated in, and we're going to torque this down to spec. Now that the oil's pretty much all drained out, just going to kind of wipe it down and check the mating surface here as well. Oh boy. It's kind of funny, but kind of sad at the same time. All right, let me show you this. That looks like an old crush washer. Wherever they took this to get the oil changed last, they didn't remove the crush washer, and instead they put one on top of it. That is not good. So this is just, it's just stuck on here right now. And I'm gonna go get a pry tool. I have a feeling this is gonna be on here pretty good. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. At this point, I'm just double checking everything because I want to be sure that there's no additional residue, there's no problems here. All right, let's get our new bolt going here. You want to hand thread this, and because you don't want to cross thread this pan. You don't want to over tighten this. And so, you know, if you think you can just gauge it, and some people say, just make it snug. Yeah, okay, you can try that. Since I have a torque wrench, why not just do it right? So right there, we're at 30. Now keep in mind, this RAV in the 5th generations take, and I'll say it right here, it is 0W16. This will take, or hold, I should say, 4.8 quarts. Now, I don't really measure this out. I put in maybe 3 quarts, 3.5, 4 quarts, something like that. This is a 5-quart jug. And then I will use the dipstick, check it, and then add, check, add. And I'll do that until we get up between our margins. And then you'll run the vehicle for a little bit, and then check again. All right, the car's been running for a few minutes, and I'm happy to report that everything under here is just as dry as can be. So there's our drain plug, and everything looks good around it. And our oil filter over here, the seal looks good. Everything's dry and ready to go. Check the oil one more time, and that should finish up this job. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you've ever wondered whether or not you can change your own oil, hopefully this has given you the confidence to do it. It's really not that big of a deal. You're just loosening up that bolt to drain the oil. You're going to change the filter and add more oil back in. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me over the years, hey, what's your time worth, and why not just take it to a quick place like Jiffy Lube? Well, I think this video showcased one of those reasons, and that is simply to ensure it's done right. Now, in this case, that original crush washer was stuck to the pan. Whoever did this before obviously didn't see it or take the time to remove it, and instead they placed that nylon crush washer on top of it, then torqued the bolt down tight enough to split the nylon washer. Now, it was wet on the bottom of that pan. Didn't really show it in the video because I cleaned it up before I got to that point. But again, it's not so much about saving money as it is about ensuring that this is done right. And it's not that difficult to do it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. It's called Real World. More often than not, I post videos about photography and technology, but you never know. I've been posting a number of videos on auto maintenance, and I do some DIY stuff. So until the next video, take care of yourself and be safe.